You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, Young and the Restless fans. It's Soap Dirt on YouTube, and we have got some news for you about a Summer and Kyle breakup that was teased by Summer Newman actress Alison Lanier. We're going to talk about what she said and why that has us thinking that they are definitely headed for a split, if you couldn't already see it. So on Young and the Restless right now, things seem bleaker by the day for Kyle Abbott's marriage to Summer Newman, and it's all because his wife's betraying him every single day that she refuses to speak up. Let's dig into this, and we're going to tell you exactly what Alison Lanier said about the future of Skyle, as a lot of people like to call Summer and Kyle because it's their smush name. If you haven't already, reach down, click that subscribe button. Don't miss any of our latest updates, spoilers, and other news. So actress Alison Lanier, who plays Summer Newman, dropped a huge hint about the fate of her character's relationship with her husband Kyle Abbott. And it's all about this revenge plot that her mom, Phyllis Summers, cooked up. So right now, Phyllis is lurking out of the way, trying to figure out how to escape her fate for her actions. And the problem is that she has tangled Summer up in her lies. Meanwhile, Michael Baldwin is spreading the word of Phyllis being alive to his wife, Lauren Fenmore, and they discussed how unhinged Phyllis Summers was as she was launching this scheme. Michael called Phyllis's plan this week both brilliant and horrible, and Lauren agreed that it was definitely karmic in its construction. But now that Kyle knows his mother-in-law is not dead, he was eager to tell Summer, and he couldn't hold back, even though Michael Baldwin said he should, and even though Michael Baldwin told his wife when he shouldn't. So Kyle tells Summer, and of course, she decides to keep the lie alive and to pretend that she's shocked and pretend that how could this happen when she knows 100% what he's saying is the truth. So she knows that her mom was alive and set up his mom, Diane Jenkins. And so it's pretty much inevitable that this is going to blow up in Summer's face. And it's all about the timing. Remember, Summer was the one that Phyllis contacted first. So she's the one who's known longest about her mother's lies and schemes. Meanwhile, Kyle Abbott saw Summer being horribly nasty to his mom. The other day, when Summer knew good and well that her mother was still alive, she was freaking out on Diane, and she was saying that none of this would have happened. It's all Diane's fault. But what she really means is that if Diane hadn't come back, her mom wouldn't have gone berserk with this vendetta. But let's be clear on a couple of points here about this, is having Diane back in Kyle's life makes him happy. And the bottom line is Summer put his mom at risk with her silence, with keeping Phyllis's lie alive. So really, how can Kyle be understanding about what his wife did? And then a couple of days ago, actress Alison Lanier, who plays Summer, tweeted the brand new Young and the Restless promo, and that was the one that covered word spreading that Phyllis had cooked up this fake death scheme. And when she did, a Twitter follower said, "Girl, give us a hint on what's coming for Skyle." And Alison Lanier replied, "All I know is y'all are prob not ready, LOL." So really, that doesn't bode well for Skyle fans, right? I mean, they've been in such a good place, but let's not forget Summer's tendency to act out like she's Phyllis Jr. So when she says y'all aren't ready, that implies nothing good. Nothing good. It definitely hints at a breakup. But if you remember some of Summer's history, not the Summer that we have playing the role now, not Alison Lanier, but prior to this recast, there was a whole bunch going on. Summer blackmailed Kyle into marrying him, and the price of it was her donating a kidney to save the life of his then girlfriend, Lola Rosales, that she knew he loved and adored. So Kyle walked down the aisle and he married her, and he kept putting her off for Nookie because he really loved Lola. But he had an excuse for a while because Summer had been cut open with this kidney transplant. But then I believe he finally did sleep with her, and then it was just a mess. And it kept on, but then he couldn't stand to be kept from Lola, and so he dumped Summer. And then Y&R had to unravel that storyline because actress Sasha Calais was leaving for new opportunities. She either did like a DC or a Marvel. She did something big. Anyway, so that was back when Hunter King was playing the role of Summer. Also, do you remember when Summer hopped in bed with Billy Abbott to punish her mom, Phyllis? That stunt she's pulling, supporting her mom, is when she knows her mom is clearly in the wrong, is very typical of the kind of stuff that Summer had done and was doing before she settled down and became a mom. So, I mean, to be fair, they have drastically altered her character once Harrison came into their lives and she became a mom. But before that, she was doing some sketchy stuff. You remember she and Kyle were making dirty bets about people back before they were involved, when they were just kind of flirting. So, you know, it would be one thing if Summer kept the secret and was being civil to Diane, but to double down and be nasty when she knows Diane is totally innocent is a very poor choice, not a good look. And what will Kyle do when he finds out? So, given this hint from Alison Lanier, it feels like a huge blow-up split is coming. I mean, you know how it is on soaps. You can't have people together and happy because there's no drama in that, even though soap fans always complain, why can't they just leave them alone? You would not watch a soap opera with everybody happily paired up and making cookies all the time. You need the cheating, you need the lying, you need the drama, you need exactly what Summer is doing right now, because it's going to be a great storyline. So excited about it. But the bottom line is Summer does not want her mother arrested, but Kyle might be more understanding if Summer had found out like a day before he did and she was just kind of reeling from shock. But she has kept this secret for weeks, so there is no way to defend what Summer has done. And even though she doesn't want her mom arrested, she seems to have zero sympathy over Diane being arrested, even though she now knows it was unjust. And true enough, if Diane hadn't come back from the dead, this situation would not exist. But there'd still be some other mess that Phyllis was right in the middle of. She always finds trouble and messes to get in. That's why she's such a great soap character. So Summer heaping more blame onto Diane when she knows his mom was innocent is going to enrage Kyle once this all comes out. No doubt Phyllis Summers is going to be a town pariah once word spreads and once she has to skulk her way back into town, or once the cops find her, or Michael's private investigator. So what we have to ask is Summer Newman is also going to be an outcast for covering for her mother? Because right now it seems like Summer is poised to lose everything. She will have to leave the Abbott mansion. That means she would have to leave Harrison, her stepson, behind. And, you know, it's about to get messy for her. No doubt there is fallout coming for Summer. There's backlash. And if the actress's hint is accurate, then it could cost Summer her marriage to Kyle Abbott. Hey, if you haven't already, reach down, click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our Young and the Restless updates, spoilers, and casting news. Everything you need to know about your favorite CBS soap. So right now, there's no word on when Phyllis will be back on the scene and hauled into the GCPD to answer for her crimes. In the latest promo, there was a picture, there was just a really quick shot of Phyllis at Jabot standing outside one of the Abbott's corporate offices. You could just see the nameplate that said Abbott, but you couldn't see if it was Ashley's or Kyle's or Jack's or whatever. It doesn't necessarily mean she's going to show up there. They could have just thrown in a piece of old footage just to get Phyllis's face into the promo. So we'll have to wait and see, because there are no formal spoilers on when Phyllis is going to be back on the scene. But the bottom line is she's going to be hauled into the cop shop to answer for her crimes. And what makes this even trickier is Michael Baldwin really can't represent her unless and until all charges against Diane are dropped first, because it would be a conflict of interest for him to defend the woman who set up his other client, right? So that's kind of interesting. Even on this week's episode, when Summer Newman knows the truth is coming out, she just keeps up her lies. She even clapped back on Kyle and said, "There's no proof that my mom's alive." That's craziness. Why is she digging herself a deeper hole with two hands? It's like she has two shovels and she's going to find rock bottom and then she's going to keep digging. She is trying desperately to keep the hate against Diane going, and it feels like she's turning into Phyllis. And gosh darn it, it's a fun plot, right? Can't you just not wait to see what happens next with this mess? So also this week, Summer goes off on a tear at Daniel Romalotti. She's mad at him that he told Kyle, Jack, and Michael about what their mom did. And she tells Daniel that he betrayed their mom. But Daniel thinks that Summer should just be thankful that he left her name out of it. So when Kyle walks up on them on this upcoming episode, Summer kind of freaks out. She tells some more lies. Then she runs off on her husband. And the bottom line is she's digging deeper at every turn. And when Allison Lanier said, "Y'all aren't ready for this," it could be just the most explosive split we've seen. Could be really interesting.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast. because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.